Why do luxury home buyers often purchase homes in Beaver Creek, Bachelor Gulch, or Arrowhead over similar properties on Vail Mountain? Three specific reasons why that is. And those are exclusivity, terrain, and location. So let's dive into this. We're going to talk about the exclusivity of Beaver Creek. Given that Beaver Creek is the furthest mountain from the Denver Metro Front Range area, it's harder to get to. And I'll talk more about this towards the end of the video. But it's exclusive in that it's far enough away from Denver, but it's also behind a private gate. There is a private gate that you have to go to access the mountain. It has a rich history as a luxury ski resort similar to Deer Valley in Utah. And it's difficult to get to. So it has this exclusive behavior that there's limited parking on the mountain. There are paid for parking lots at the bottom of the mountain that you have to pay for the day, and then you have to ride a bus to get up to the mountain. From its escalators that take you from the village up to the mountain to actually where you put your skis on, to the warm complimentary cookies they give you at the end of the day, Beaver Creek maintains this exclusivity that can appeal to luxury buyers. The terrain. One of the things that Vail is known for and does beautifully is that when you look at the comparison of all of the big ski resorts in the Western continent, Vail is really known for its vast variety of generally intermediate terrain. While they have expert terrain and advanced terrain, Vail appeals to a larger demographic because the terrain is generally gentle and there's a lot of it with 5,000 or 6,000 acres. I don't have the exact figure of how big Vail is, but it's 5,000 or 6,000 skiable acres. And so it attracts more skiers. And Beaver Creek is very subtle. And a lot of skiers might not know this, but Beaver Creek has more vertical drop. So the runs are longer and they are subtly steeper. When you compare the pitches off of the Birds of Prey chairlift, chair number 9, Grouse Mountain, chair number 10, and Larkspur, chair number 11, those runs offer a little more pitch. They generally don't groom them, so it can appeal to skiers who prefer to ski on non-groomed terrain. So that's a nice feature. And they also have more attention to detail with their grooming. So they have longer runs that are groomed, subtly steeper pitches, and it creates a little more excitement for an expert skier, where even though Vail has some of that terrain, it's frankly flatter, and that's not a popular opinion. And I might receive some pushback on that, but Beaver Creek is steeper and it's longer and it's more exclusive. And I think the number one reason why luxury buyers might consider purchasing a home in Beaver Creek, Bachelor Gulch, or Arrowhead is it's closer to the Eagle Airport. You're 10 minutes closer to the Eagle Airport. So from any of those locations, you can generally be at the Eagle Airport in 30 minutes, where it's 45 minutes from Vail. As I mentioned earlier in the video, because the location is further from the Denver Metro Front Range area, a little pro tip here, on the Epic Pass, there are a couple of different packages you can purchase. The full Epic Pass, no blackout dates, you can ski at any of the Vail Resorts owned and operated mountains for around $1,000 a year. But they have a discounted, I believe it's called the Local Pass, where you get unlimited skiing at Keystone and Breckenridge, which are about, 45 minutes an hour, depending, closer to the Denver metro area. But on that Local Pass, with unlimited skiing to Breckenridge and Keystone that are not only closer to Denver, that pass only allows for 10 days at Vail or Beaver Creek, and there are specific blackout dates. So a lot of those skiers aren't going to burn their days at Vail or Beaver Creek unless it's a really good snow day. And you combine that with Beaver Creek being an additional 15 minutes further west than Vail and a more complicated parking situation and access to the mountain becoming more difficult because let's face it, Beaver Creek, between the Villa Montaigne and the Ford parking structure, there might be 200 to 500 total parking spaces, and they fill up quickly. And then you have to park in one of these lower paid lots, and you have to pay at $10 a day, and then you have to wait in line to get on a bus to take you up the mountain. Beaver Creek just does not get the traffic. The longest you will ever wait in a lift line at Beaver Creek might be 5 or 10 minutes, maybe during peak holiday season on a really, really good day. By and large, most days of the ski season, you will never, ever wait in a line at Beaver Creek. Here's something else, just a little last bonus tip of why properties in Bachelor Gulch and Arrowhead, more specifically, and some in Beaver Creek, but specifically in Bachelor Gulch and Arrowhead, the vast majority, if not all of the homes in Bachelor Gulch or Arrowhead are relative ski in, ski out. Some of them are directly ski in and ski out, where you walk out of the lobby door of your condo or your single family home and you put your skis on and you go skiing. Beaver Creek, not as much. And remember, Bachelor Gulch Village and Arrowhead are within the ski boundary of Beaver Creek Mountain. So if you buy a home in Bachelor Gulch or Arrowhead, you are steps away from the mountain. Beaver Creek, there's some nuance to it. Some of the homes up there aren't really directly ski in and ski out, where a lot of the homes in Vail and the condos and the townhomes that are in the village or in West Vail North or West Vail South or East Vail, these aren't ski in and ski out. These homes, an exclusive ski resort that has preferential terrain. And then when you combine the location to the Eagle Airport and the location relative from the distance to the Front Range, when you combine all of these elements, you get a really exclusive, luxurious experience that drives buyers to this market. So these are considerations when you're looking for a luxury home, whether it's a second or third home, a vacation home, an investment property. Take into consideration Beaver Creek, Bachelor Gulch, or Arrowhead for these aforementioned reasons, and you will find yourself in an exclusive home. So in conclusion, the exclusivity of Beaver Creek Mountain terrain and the location relative to Denver and the airport might be considerations when you're thinking about buying a ski home.